I'm watching a video that I made yesterday. Yesterday, Saturday? Was it Friday? It was Friday. Friday. I was on my way to Morning Road and then I found an event. Apparently AI technology now picks up someone's voice in whatever recording device you're watching, and it may be influenced. Well, flat 4 people claim it, that they are the ones who are influencing how things sound, right? So let's hear. This is me. This is Carush. Caroline. I'm the one in the video. Okay. Even though my camera is quite dark, you might think you can't see me, but you can see me now. Yeah. Let's see if I flip it. The camera is much better on the flip. Yeah. So there's no way I'm going to be calling myself names. There's no way I'm going to be dissing myself. I love me. There's no such skit I would be doing. I'm a little bit cold, so I've dried myself up. So there's no way that I would be actually recording something or just entertaining abuse. So name calling is a very slippery slope to violence. I am quite offended that someone has the capability of making my videos seem as if they're calling me names. This was apparently designed, this whole situation was apparently designed to evoke an aggressive response from me. Hannah claims that she's the one who's the queen of the airwaves now because she can make people, like when you're watching the news, you have, what do you call them? Presenters, TV presenters. They have a little screen on the side or right in front of them, and they can be reading the news. They look really professional, reading the news, and the words will be coming out like it's transcript, right? But apparently Hannah can actually use, last year they were saying chat GPT or something like that, GPT, something like that, that they were able to express their thought processes into that system from Flat 4 Oak House. Hannah and Zubia apparently can do that. Earlier this year, I was watching the news one day. There was a gentleman, probably from the Middle East. His face was shaded out. I don't know if that's the right word. He was talking about something quite sensitive. As I stopped to listen to his live TV, live news TV. I stopped to listen. The gentleman could not finish what he was saying because he started saying something totally different. But it's found is happening all over the place. Now, when you're live, when you're a normal human being and you come face to face with someone who starts speaking like this towards you, and they're expecting that you should start to throw a tantrum to show that you're a normal human being, my response is, if I feel I need to put a point across and it's important enough, I am going to chill. I will relax. I will control myself and watch you behave the way that you think you are testing me. So I will watch you while you call me names. If it's important to me, if it's important that I get my message across, I will watch you do what you're doing. Sometimes it's been so annoying, but once Flat 4 started confessing that their whole strategy was to get me annoyed and get me arrested, I realized, okay, some of these things are not worth it. Let people who want their brains to run party continue. I need to chill and get what I need to be done. Because it is annoying. It's still annoying. It takes a lot of energy getting past some conversations. Now we're going to go back to this and just watch. Am I black? Am I an African person? I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's watch the video.
We did that last year. 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 We did that last ye
to find out the extent that terrorism can go or gangster life can go. I mean, I learned enough to become a community builder to support people who might want a different way, but I'm not one to be judging them or going into their groups, you know. I just wanted to have my own life, and if someone needs support, perhaps like as a healthcare worker, and just for my awareness, I found out stuff. But these guys are grooming people into their doom. For someone to then be convinced that these guys are okay, I mean, they can easily turn people, even people who are supposed to be protecting and serving us. You can't take this thing lightly at all. You can't take their input, their influence on society, their freedom. You cannot take it lightly. Their freedom to walk around. I mean, one person from their gang wanted to run away the minute they found out that really what they're passing on to each other sexually is not a gentle situation at all. This guy wanted to run away. Do you know what Zubir did? He went and bought a car. A car. That was the first day I heard that guy speak English. And he lamented, expressed himself, almost told everything. The other day they had started grooming him. And then a few days later, they wanted to kill him because he talks too much, apparently. And so he decided that he would play target practice on me so that I report to the police so that he can escape by getting arrested. Can you see this kind of mentality? He's already consumed by the way they think. He thinks he can escape the gang by attacking somebody else so that he gets arrested. So inappropriate. So, no, we're not doing that. The whole intimidation thing, the whole police waiting for me to crumble so that they come and continue, I don't know, asking me questions or harassing me. I mean, okay, not. So I think we just heard flat face, I'm glad I can't run your world. Okay, so the footage we're watching is footage of me presenting what I was finding out. I wouldn't be calling myself names. That's just absurd. Why would I? I can joke about stuff, but I'm not going to be cursing myself or anything. So apparently this is picking up somebody else's thought process who has some sort of potential and capacity and access to manipulate the AI technology beyond our internet supplies. Now, if you guys have some information about what's going on or how this is done, or if this is at all appropriate, because it's not only going to be happening to me, these people have threatened people all around the world. So this is not a simple situation. I am currently the victim, but I am standing up to the criminals. Perhaps I should be appealing for people to stay alert and report issues around this. How are you guys getting around? I don't know, watching TV. I assume people buy TV licenses, pay TV licenses. How's that going? When you can't hear what you actually need to be hearing, and you hear that TV presenters' channels have been hacked instead, and they're busy talking about or responding to the abuse that is extended towards me, all the way in a remote little flat. And I'm nowhere near where you are. How I mean, if we're going to talk about being made famous in a really wrong way and not earning anything for it, fine. Unfortunately, it's not just down to that. These people are threatening the police too, because I've reported countless times the things that they're not doing. Well, the things that they need to be arresting these guys for. And the way these guys think, Flat 4, the way they process their minds, their thought processes, is that, well, we've warned you, you're not paying attention to what she's reporting. They end up kind of feeling sorry for me and wanting to attack the police. In a way, perhaps it's because in this community, there are still people who are woke and attack them too, and don't like the way they're behaving or making things happen. So, to some extent, when they then realize that the police arresting them would actually protect them, that's when they become a bit more threatening and say, okay, we're going to do worse. When you go onto the Metropolitan Police UK website, once I was reporting and I realized their crimes actually amount to terrorist activities. So, where are we going with this if the police don't address them on that level? I don't know, maybe they didn't get the memo. But these guys are totally threatening the police themselves. I wish it was just random human beings too. And then the police just swoop in. But if they're not listening, I don't know what they're going to do to them. Because they have this sort of misaligned judgment, sort of mind processing, that they sit down and gather and then they start addressing issues or something they've done to me or their reasons to cover up their criminal activities. And then they'll be addressing people in authority, people who could have stopped them. It's not really out of remorse. It's just because they can kind of situation. It's like a domino effect that just bounces back into their brain like, okay, what reasons are we going to give for attacking these people? But what they don't like is when police don't actually arrest them. When they're tired of trying to accuse me, then they start thinking of how to top other people who haven't been good to me. Now, don't get me wrong, that is not support for me at all. These criminals are not supporting me. Whenever you hear the reasons of what they're doing, why they're doing whatever they're doing to me, it's never a positive thing. They might present it as if, you might be feeling sorry for them because of the way that they think or present a reason that, okay, I was doing this because I was trying to appear kind. These people are so cruel. So cruel. They will never be kind to any of us. All of them do that. But I've got a few in the town center. It could possibly be the same group. They drive around in a van and they come and gather around me or a bit close to me. Today they expressed that they were waiting for me to be kicked out of the shop. Like they actually expect the worst from me. Apparently that's what Hannah's attitude is like. It's what she would do that they expect of me. So when they are called to be told that this is how she's going to behave, they actually expect compliance. They actually expect me to be compliant. Now, what I was talking about here is the way someone else behaves, that they would expect me to behave exactly the same way. This person is a criminal, Hannah, and she has finally disclosed that she's a mental health patient, but probably on a very, very criminal activity level because she has the capacity to make criminals out of other people. So apparently she's their kingpin in there. But because I'm not a criminal, it's impossible for me to behave like them. They act as if there's a script that I should guess and just fall into, like a mold. Like I should just be Play-Doh and just fall into the script, the expectation of I should just become evil like them. It's not happening. It's time these guys are addressed. The whole thing about someone will be talking to you and calling you flat face, bitch face. I mean, I've spoken to some people and actually said, no, please, could you call me by my name? Or could we get through this call, please? Because I've got a lot of things that I have to catch up, which these criminals have messed up. Fortunately, some business people actually, they actually, what do you call it? Snap up. They'll tune into some, or they'll tune into some, or invite some sort of audience to be announcing that, yep, they actually want to kill you today. Today you did this. If they would have been killing you tonight, that was the plan. And then when I am then attacked or something, and I call the police, this is what happened last night. I got 3 text messages after 1 call to tell me that you called the police too much. We're going to end up blocking you from calling emergency services. This matter has been taken so lightly. Whether that was just like a prank or what, I really can't put my head around it. But later on, apparently it was to prompt me to make a complaint about that situation. I don't always have the time or the energy to focus on that. These guys are full-time criminals. They're making my life a living hell. I need to be taking care of myself. I need to be taking care of the way I think, the way I respond to situations, because I'm not going down with them. I'm not part of them. I never will be part of them. So this afternoon, unfortunately, I had a trespassing situation and I had to report it. Apparently, they were involved. They advised the people who trespassed to come round to my patio instead, possibly after summoning them to attend. Why? Who knows? Because in that brief moment, I said, why? Why are you here? There was no reason. Oh, we just came to see you. I said, no, I didn't answer the buzzer for a good reason. I do not need you to come here. I do not want you to come here. I've already told you, you should not attend to me here. These people had already been discussing it. When the trespassers were making their way around, they were already expressing it that we've already sent them round. So it's been very difficult putting the link together, but what happened today helped to put maybe 2 and 2 together to some extent. And then I had to call emergency services. First I called, but then Subir decided, okay, express, once I'm arrested, I'm going to kill you in prison. So then, as I'm not an accomplice, even though I'm not part of that flat or that family, I had to disclose it to the police. And okay, so they're going to, once you arrest those people, and Zubir, he wants to go and kill them in prison. I can't explain how, but they have their networks. They have the capacity to influence networks. We've just heard my voice on my recording where I'm talking about serious issues. I was not calling myself names. I did not dream that up. It's right there. It's actually right there. Criminals living next door to me have the capacity of hacking our TV, our internet networks. You could be doing anything on some sort of character like that. Adverts. I do a lot of app work. There's a lot of videos that come up. Apparently, those are Hannah's head voices or Zubir's head voices. So here we are, like sitting ducks, and we are being influenced, or people around us are being influenced by TV, smart TV. So my appeal is we need to get Hannah and Zubir arrested, because otherwise I'm not sure where else this is going. This attack on me is not a light thing, because these guys, because these guys apparently want to end up doing something drastic in this community, because this is where they are known to be doing things. So they've decided that they're going to threaten the whole. Actually, they don't like it when I remind people, because apparently there's a surprise coming. They did talk about smoke. So I don't know, like, there is who says this? There is someone who says they. Oh yes, Zubir. He says that he blew up the Air India or Indian Airways, the one with one survivor, and so now their rationale is, you people don't believe her when she's reporting, and you're acting as if I'm innocent. So he's going to give it to people on a large scale. At the moment, they're like playing target practice, and I'm not intimidated by them. I think you misinterpreted my expressions because I'm out here. My voice is a little bit higher because of the noise around me. You decided to tell me to calm down. I think you've misinterpreted something. If I speak passionately, there is nothing wrong with it. However, I've said what I've said, and now I'm just going to take my walk back to where I'd like to just say too, I know that's been my internet friend in quotes lately. I'm not sure if there was something that was misinterpreted, but for other people who might want to come in and tell me off or advise me to calm down when we're talking about such a serious situation, because yes, okay, in that situation, yes, it was quite loud and stuff, but I think my reaction there was quite appropriate. Because sometimes, yes, you can be quite passionate and you can be called aggressive or something. But then considering what I am reporting, what I am sharing, I think the emphasis in my voice, in my tone of voice, I think it's quite appropriate. These issues need to be looked into, and not just to be, for the record, I am not trying to meet police officers to live with. I'm not looking for flatmates in the police force. I myself have applied for jobs as a police officer. Apparently, it's been rumored that I didn't get a proper response because people assumed that maybe I was trying to meet someone. I am with someone. I mean, I don't really have problems meeting people. If I want to be in a relationship, I don't have problems meeting someone. So even though Zubi and Hannah try to make it really, really bad for me when I have met someone, I don't have problems meeting people. I'm not applying to date an officer or to marry an officer. I think I should make that record clear. So when I report something so important or criminal activity, I'm not trying to get with an officer. I don't know where that started, because the other rumor I've been hearing in this community was that Zubir says he'll marry me anyway overnight, which constitutes to rape, which is very inappropriate. So I think these guys really need to be looked at. Zubir, Hannah, and Zayn, they really need to be looked at. Because unfortunately, Zayn is still there. Even though one night they threatened to kill him for being a blabbermouth or being too expressive, still, he's still there. He wanted to run away before. They bought a car to silence him, and now he's being groomed. This is not a simple situation to just come and visit me here when I've reported something so sensitive. Even when people don't understand how it's happening, criminals still need to be arrested. Even for the smallest thing, they need to be arrested, apprehended, investigated while they're in custody. These are not the sort of people you just leave to a mental health team. The mental health teams would need to assess them within custody, where police who are trained to apprehend violent people can contain the situation.